Who has the first question?
Good question.
Good question is the first question. Yeah, I know. So tell me, what's your sign? Any Sagittariuses? Yay!
So,
oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. How will Scott react when he realizes that his mom and his deceased ex-girlfriend's dad are like becoming a couple?
So it's like this. I think that, he explores that, in the next 10 episodes. We'll see a lot of exploration of that and see where it goes. I like to say, like, once you land a big kiss like that on somebody, you got to talk about it. So, that just doesn't, you can't just blow that over. So we'll have to see where that takes us as a family.
So what's your favorite moment from your character with Scott and from all the seasons, but also this season coming up?
Well, this season, we have a really wonderful scene together that comes in kind of the later half of 6B. So I can't really talk about that, but it was really amazing to shoot, and we had a lot of fun with it. And favorite moment, sometimes it's not the stuff that you see on screen, it's the stuff that's off screen. The times that it's a long day, and it's getting longer, and we're tired, and we're at base camp, and we're just kind of hanging out, and just, he's on his little guitar, and, you can hear the crickets at night, and we're just kind of sitting there. And those quiet moments are some of my favorite moments. Yeah, and just, hanging out like friends, more than on screen. Because when you're working, you can't really be present. At least I can't really be present because you're thinking about what you're doing. So it would be like if you're writing a dissertation, it's like, what was your favorite moment when you were writing that dissertation? Well, you don't really remember because you were writing, right? So it's the in-betweens.
To be in college this year and have this kind of epic farewell to the show, what was that experience like yesterday?
Were you guys there?
Yeah, I was.
Wasn't it quiet?
Yeah.
Was it quiet?
I was surprised there wasn't as many screens, but I think it's because everyone's, sad.
Was it like a cathartic moment?
Somber.
We weren't boring, were we?
No, you guys are fun.
You would tell me if we were boring.
It was really intimate.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that. It felt intense up there. And maybe some of the stuff that we were saying wasn't new, but maybe it was in a strange way a goodbye. But this feels really, we are still very positive and excited about where Teen Wolf is still going with these 10 episodes. And then I find myself to be very excited about the future of people discovering what we've done. And I know that a lot of people go back and they watch the episodes over and over again, but my little fantasy is like 5 years from now, somebody tweeting, I'm just starting Teen Wolf. Oh my gosh, I remember when my big sister was watching it, I had no idea. Those kinds of moments I think would be really fun. Because I do believe it's one of those shows that's going to live, keep going, whether through this fandom or a new fandom or new discovery.
Hopefully reunions also, that'd be nice. Comic-Con reunion.
Lyndon always jokes, he's like, I hope I'm alive. He's fine. He's going to be fine. Him and Susan are going to live forever. They're vampires.
Well, she was on a vampire show.
Yeah, she was on Vampire Diaries, so it's official.
Now that the show's ending, do you have a message to the fans or any Mama McCall words of wisdom?
Oh, yes. The message to the fans would be like, thank you for being there through thick and thin. Thank you for supporting us and loving us, even when maybe you didn't like what was happening on the show. It's a lot of responsibility to write well for established characters, and I think that Jeff and all the writers have tried to do that over the seasons. And even though there have been some key moments that I think that people either disagree with or didn't want to see or wanted to see more, I think that he's done justice to this. To Beacon Hills and what we've created there, and I think it's just we're all very honored and grateful to have been a part of it, and we're honored and grateful that you guys are here and care about it.
I want to say more.
Colton wants to speak now.
And I'm not going to say anything. But
Colton Haynes. Colton Haynes. Okay.
What have been some of your most rewarding fan interactions over the years?
The one that immediately comes to mind, it was my first overseas con, and we were in London, and my partner Kenny, who's also an actor, we were in Piccadilly Square, right? And so the most popular kind of it's like Times Square of London, and we're just trotting around, and all of a sudden these two girls come up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, Mama McCall, we're freaking out. And they were from Saudi Arabia, where Teen Wolf doesn't even play. And they have to get it like illegally on the internet. And they were just saying, you know, how important it is to them. And it was my first real interaction with someone that, you know, is perceived to be so far away in a completely different culture, right? Especially for women. And the fact that somehow, like, we're having this moment in London, which is far away from where we shoot. And so it was kind of like a very interesting moment. And I realized in that moment that our show probably had a larger and wider impact than I ever thought before.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. So they're my Saudi girls when I refer to them. They know who they are.
Love it.
Yeah, yeah. And then one time, a young girl had lost her mother, and she had, oh gosh, I don't want to cry. She had put it out on Twitter to me, and I tweeted her back, and then somehow she made it to a con, and she printed it out to show me, and she said that it meant a lot. And I think the responsibility is something that I talked about over there. The responsibility of, I feel, when people reach out to me, whether it's real or perceived to be real, I take that very seriously with my social media and responding to people, because you just never know with just the smallest thing how you can help somebody. And I find that to be more positive than negative. It's been only a couple of times where I've run across like assholes. So, yeah, it's happening.
Thank you. Are we good?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Hi.